Well, the Premier League is definitely back, and it did not come back without controversy. Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. This is a review only. There is no video footage or highlights or anything like that included in this video. Now, we have to get straight into it. This game should have finished 1-0. I predicted a 1-0 victory for Sheffield United. I felt that they would have just a little bit too much for Aston Villa, but as the game actually went, as you can see here on the screen, yes, Sheffield United had the majority of the possession, but Aston Villa had way more chances, way more shots on target as well. They actually looked pretty good in some ways. They looked quite creative. They looked like they were going to, if they were just that little bit more clinical in front of goal, Aston Villa could have had this game tied up, sealed quite a number of times as well. Whereas Sheffield United had 5 shots on target, they had 5 shots in total, 1 on target. But we have to talk about it like straight away. This review is going to be dominated by this. And it is the pure fact of what happened with the Hawkeye technology. Now, it was Ollie Norwood that had put it in the back of the net. And I'm going to show you the image that comes up in a minute. But I want to go through Hawkeye and their statement they made after the game. So during the first half of the Aston Villa versus Sheffield United match at Villa Park, there was a goal line incident where the ball was carried over the line by the Aston Villa goalkeeper, number 25, Nyland. The match officials didn't receive a signal, so obviously the players at the time were going up to Michael Oliver, I believe it was, and they were saying, goal, 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 and he just went, he's tapping his wrist, and he's like, I haven't got a signal, haven't got anything. And people were obviously making jokes saying, Michael Oliver's put his Fitbit on instead of his actual goal, like, notification thing, whatever it is. Now, he didn't get anything in his earpiece either. 7 cameras located in the stands, right? And apparently, in over 9,000 matches, the angles were all occluded in ways that they've never seen before. They've never been able to see it. The system's been tested and proved functional prior to the start of the match, and all this sort of business, blah, blah, blah. Hawkeye unreservedly apologises to the Premier League, Sheffield United, and everyone affected by this incident. Right, so they're saying that the angle, by 7 different cameras and all these things, were, they couldn't pick it up. They couldn't see it. And you're just like, how? In the modern game, how could that even be possible? 7 different cameras in different locations couldn't pick it up? Surely that cannot be true. So what's this angle? What is that angle right there where we can clearly see the ball in the goalkeeper's hands behind the line? You can see it clear as day. It's right down the line from the post to the bar in line with the white lines on the pitch and the players that are there. You can literally see the goalkeeper is against the side of the net. He's got the ball in one hand. He's supporting himself here. But it's at least 6 inches over the line. Why can't they use that angle? Why couldn't they review this in real time? Now, we go to a recent post, which basically said the headline is, Sheffield United ghost goal, PGMOL insists there will be no review of VAR. Now, these technologies are brought in to make sure that it helps the referees and it helps the fairness of a game being decided fairly. If things happen that a referee can't see with their eyes, then surely that's what they brought goal line technology in for in the first place. And many years afterwards, they brought in VAR. Now, under the laws of the football, the video assistant referee was allowed to review the incident despite the obstruction caused by Nyland. Now, the PGMOL confirmed that VAR was able to check goal situations but did not intervene after the on-field match officials did not receive a signal. If the match official isn't receiving a signal because the Hawkeye technology is faulty and someone in a video suite has eyes on a camera that says, oh, hey, that crossed the line. Let's let the referee know. Nothing was flagged by the assistant referee. Why wasn't it flagged by the assistant referee? Because by no doubt, the assistant referee would have been on the other side of the pitch, would have had his vision obscured by the goalkeeper being up against the net as he was in that image before. Michael Oliver, to Michael Oliver, which suggests he didn't have a clear view of the incident. Now, normally you see a 3D graphic comes up on Sky Sports, and it'll say no goal or goal, and it's just a 3D graphic, comes up with a blue screen on the goal line and just the ball itself. Now, it's been told the 3D animation graphic of the incident wasn't provided because the system requires the multiple camera angles to detect the ball in order to triangulate a millimetre accurate position. The PGMOL does not intend to review its VAR protocols, blah blah blah. It needs to review what happens with VAR now. It has to. Now, they're going to say that they're not going to do it, but let's have a look at the Premier League table standings right now. If Sheffield United's goal had stood, they would have been on 46 points instead of 44 today, and they would have been in 5th position above Manchester United, which in turn could lead to a Champions League place, depending on what happens with Manchester City's ban, which they don't find out until July. These have big ramifications. They really do. What it means for Aston Villa is that they picked up a point that they didn't necessarily deserve. All right, on the face of it, Aston Villa had the majority of the chances in the game, good chances, good quality chances, but they didn't put them in the back of the net. Sheffield United had the only chance of the game that went in the back of the net, and they didn't get awarded the goal unfairly, and it's not right. Something needs to change with that, because, as I say, if they're able to even... If they're on 46 points, they've then got a vision of being able to go, all right, we're on equal games. We could possibly close a gap on Chelsea. How about that? Sheffield United going up against Chelsea, up against United, pushing these teams for a Champions League position. And then you've got Aston Villa that get a point. All right, it doesn't really do them a great deal of help when they're still 26 points at the moment. But something like this has to be reviewed properly, has to be looked at properly. And I don't know, some people were saying, surely could Sheffield United not have some sort of legal precedence or something like that? Probably not. They probably don't. But something like this needs to be looked into big time, because it could, imagine you come to the end of the season or something like that, and Sheffield United are 2 points away off a Champions League place or something like that. And them 2 points could have been from this game, where the technology failed them, the referees failed them, VAR, Hawkeye, everything failed them, when everybody can clearly see it went over the line. I don't know what else to say. It's very, very harsh on Sheffield United. It finished 0-0 in the end, but it should have been 1-0 to Sheffield United. Anyway, that is it for this review. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Just unbelievable. It really is. In this modern era of 2020, of modern technology, this still cannot be accounted for. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.